Right now on Morning News Now, market meltdown, some lukewarm new labor numbers turning up the economic heat on the Trump administration this morning. The latest government report with revisions revealing that the U.S. has actually added an average of just 35,000 jobs a month over this summer. It's now led President Trump to fire America's labor statistics chief. We'll tell you about the aftermath on Main Street and Wall Street coming up. Also this morning, states of emergency, widespread wildfires charring thousands of acres of land across the West, prompting evacuations in some spots. Meanwhile, further east, a thick layer of smoke from devastating Canadian fires blanketing major cities like Chicago and New York, leading to air quality alerts for millions. We are covering it all in just a moment. Plus, an urgent manhunt in Montana intensifying this morning. It's all for a man who police say gunned down 4 people at a bar last Friday. More on the race against time to bring an alleged mass shooter to justice. And later in the hour, the entrepreneur who's betting big on humanoid robots in a new push to make one American city the hub of the future. That is the kind of video where you're like, okay, it's the future now. It
can go one way or the other when you see that video.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good to have you with us on a Monday. I'm Joe Fryer.
And I'm Savannah Sellers. Thanks for starting your week with us. Well, it is shaping up to be another big week for President Trump and his global trade war. Levies on almost every U.S. trading partner are set to come into effect this Thursday after the president formalized those tariffs late last week.
Those new tariffs come amid signs the U.S. jobs market is rapidly weakening. On Friday, we learned the U.S. economy added 73,000 jobs in July. That number far lower than expected. And the numbers for June and May were also revised sharply lower, down by a combined 258,000 from what was previously announced. Hours after those numbers were released, President Trump fired the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Eric McIntyre. He accused her of being a political appointee who was manipulating the data, but he did not provide any evidence of that, and days later still has not provided any evidence. The director of the White House National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett, defended the dismissal yesterday on Meet the Press. Here's the show's moderator, Kristen Welker.
Hello there, Joe and Savannah. This week on Meet the Press, I spoke to Kevin Hassett, director of the White House National Economic Council, about the president's decision to fire the Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner after a weak jobs report. So is the president prepared to fire anyone who reports data that he disagrees with?
No, absolutely not. The president wants his own people there so that when we see the numbers, they're more transparent and more reliable. And if there are big changes and big revisions, we expect more big revisions for the jobs data in September, for example, then we want to know why. We want people to explain it to us.
All right, but bottom line, were the numbers wrong? Do you have any hard evidence that you can present to the American public that these numbers, these revisions that were reported, and there were plenty of revisions under former President Biden, including right before the election, do you have any hard evidence that these numbers were wrong?
Yeah, there is very hard evidence that we're looking at the biggest revision since 1968.
Are you going to present
if
that
you
evidence?
look at the number itself, it is the evidence.
But just saying it's an outlier is not evidence, Mr. Hassett.
It's a historically important outlier. It's something that's unprecedented.
Still
so unprecedented
it's still
that
not
I've been looking at
evidence,
it for 40 years, and I'm like, it must be a typo.
You can see my full interview and a lot more at MeetThePress.com. You can also get more Meet the Press here on NBC News Now every weekday at 4 p.m.
All right, Kristen, thank you so much. Here to talk more about all this, Investopedia's editor-in-chief, Caleb Silver. So, Caleb, you were with us Friday morning when these announcements came out, when the revisions came out, and you made note of it right away. Help us understand how these revisions work. Have we seen big revisions like this historically?
Yeah, but you have to go outside of any recessionary period to find a revision this big. Got to go all the way back to 1968. We always have revisions. The data has always been not exact. And part of the reason is the way it's collected. These are household surveys or they're establishment surveys. In other words, the BLS will call or reach out to businesses and say, are you hiring? Are you not hiring? How many people have you hired? Or they'll call households and say, are you working? How many people in your house are looking for a job? That's pretty inexact. And the response rate has been drifting lower for decades now. Fewer and fewer people are actually responding to the BLS. So the data is not exact to begin with, but the revisions of this size tell you we were looking at bad data for a very long time here. So not surprising that there's so much interest and anxiety over this one.
So as we were just discussing, after this came out, the president fired the BLS commissioner following that release of the report. And then also we saw this negative reaction in financial markets on Friday. Help us understand just how negative it was and how things are shaping up today.
Yeah, it's about trust. And I think that's what participants in the capital markets want. At the very least, we have to be able to trust the data. We have to be able to trust our government officials and be able to trust what we're looking at, because businesses make decisions based on these numbers. So you saw a big sell-off in the stock market on Friday, climbing back a little bit this morning as we go into the Monday trade. So much in front of us, though, this week. What a massive week. So it's about that erosion of trust. And then you also saw one of the Fed governors resigning last week on Friday as well, opening up a new spot for a potential replacement for Chair Powell when his term expires next May. A lot of intrigue and a lot of moving chairs and parts right now in Washington that affect the economy and the way we perceive and trust our capital markets.
You mentioned this is a big week ahead, and one of the reasons why is these tariffs finally go into effect on so many nations. Tell us, how could these tariffs then affect the jobs market?
Yeah, well, we're going to finally see the impact and whether or not these prices are being collected by the retailers and the businesses that are bringing in the product, or the countries that are sending it to us are paying it, or whether we're going to pay it. And this is the very beginning of that process that we've been waiting for since so-called Liberation Day. So what you can expect is, if those prices are passed through, and some of them will, companies like Walmart are promising we're going to have to pay for it too, then we're going to see a slowdown in spending, probably a slowdown in hiring, and potentially a slowdown in the economy. Depends on how bad it is and the level of the tariffs. But right now, that's what we're expecting. More money out of our pockets to pay for this. And eventually that affects how much we spend when we go out and shop.
So it seems like part of the irony, part of the confusion here is that the president has made very clear he wants those interest rates to come down. Wouldn't the Fed need something like this, some indication that there's something up with the economy to make cutting those interest rates the decision? Do you think that means that there is a chance we see that happen this fall?
Yeah, and the chances of the percentage probability went from about 40% to about 75% on Friday after those big revisions. And I told you, if Chair Powell and the Fed had seen these numbers, they might have thought about that quarter-point cut last week, but this was all in hindsight, Monday morning quarterbacking. We know the labor market is much weaker than we thought it was. The question is, what's going to happen to the rest of the economy and to spending and inflation with these tariffs coming into place?
And a reminder to folks, if we do see a cut, it will be small, it will be gradual.
Yeah, quarter point maybe in September, another quarter point maybe in December, maybe bigger, to get interest rates down to a more normal level. They've been high for a while.
All right, Caleb Silver, good to have you with us.
Thank you. Well, for more on how the Trump administration is framing these jobs numbers, let's bring in NBC News senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez. He's in Washington. Gabe, good morning. So what is the president saying about who will replace the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and why the public should have confidence in these numbers going forward?
Hi there, Savannah. Good morning. Well, the president is saying that he'll make the decision about who will replace the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics within the next 3 or 4 days. And the administration officials say that they are very upset with the downward revision of those job numbers. As you were discussing, the president spoke with reporters over the weekend and defended his decision to fire her. Let's listen.
We'll be announcing a new statistician sometime over the next 3 or 4 days. We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced, but that was just one negative number. All of the numbers seem to be great, and so we'll see how that comes out. And if you remember, just before the election, this woman came out with these phenomenal numbers on Biden's economy. Phenomenal numbers. And then right after the election, they announced that those numbers were wrong. And that's what they did the other day. So it's a scam, in my opinion.
Now, Savannah, the president providing no specific evidence of how these numbers may have been rigged. It is common practice for the Bureau of Labor Statistics to revise those numbers in future reports. But again, the president says that he will appoint a new head of that division within the next 3 or 4 days.
And Gabe, real quickly, remind us, the jobs report before the election last year was not a good jobs report for President Biden and Vice President Harris, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. The president, though, touts job numbers when they are in his favor. Apparently, he was clearly not pleased with the way these came out. This all comes, as he's been discussing, as he rolls out his tariff policies. The president trying to tout the effectiveness of his tariffs, even if inflation has started to tick up a bit and the unemployment is going in the wrong direction just slightly so far, Joe.
All right, Gabe, let's talk about Congress. The Senate left for its month-long August recess on Saturday, and Republicans left something undone. They failed to reach a deal that they hoped would speed up the confirmation process for dozens of the president's nominees. How is President Trump reacting to that? What does it mean for his picks?
Well, Senate Majority Leader John Thune is calling the entire process broken. But yeah, you're right. The Senate departed over the weekend, and about 150 of the president's nominees are in limbo, including former National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who is yet to be confirmed as the ambassador to the UN. Former Fox News host Jeanine Pirro, though, she was confirmed as the U.S. Attorney for D.C., but there are many of the president's, dozens and dozens of the president's nominations that have yet to be confirmed, Joe and Savannah.
Gabe, let's also talk about the latest in the Jeffrey Epstein saga. A couple updates here. Epstein's former girlfriend and accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, she's serving that 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. She was moved to a women's federal prison camp in Texas on Friday. Also, Senate Democrats have set an August 15th deadline for the Justice Department to release more documents here. Tell us just the latest on both those things. Any updates?
Yeah, look, Savannah, this is a story that can't seem to just go away for the White House. It's now been percolating for the last number of weeks, and the administration, or at least speaking with administration officials, the strategy for trying to deal with this story has been one of silence. Administration officials aren't allowed to speak publicly about the Epstein case without some high-level vetting, according to senior administration officials. But it is often the president himself that ends up adding to the story with several comments. There has been a drip of information that has come out. But again, this is a story that the administration wants to go away, especially as the administration tries to roll out its tariff plan and move on to other stories. Joan Savannah.
All right, Gabe, thank you. And by the way, Gabe, congratulations are in order. Just getting engaged over the weekend. Congrats, Gabe. Great to see.
I appreciate that, Savannah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, moving to Texas now. Dozens of Democratic lawmakers in Texas have fled the state. They're taking a stand against a controversial push from Republicans who want to improve their chances of maintaining power in Congress after next year's midterms. This exodus comes after state Republicans unveiled a new congressional map which aims to add 5 new GOP seats.
Now this sets up a standoff with Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who's threatening to expel the lawmakers from the legislature or even extradite them back to Texas. Democrats say the proposed map is racist and undemocratic.
So by denying the Texas House of Representatives quorum, we are using the power that we have as state legislators under the Texas Constitution to fight for our constituents. And we are all elected to fight for the people we represent. And that's exactly what we are doing here today.
For more on this, we're joined by NBC News senior political reporter Jonathan Allen. John, good to have you with us. So we've been here before. This marks the second time in 4 years that Texas Democrats have taken action to try and break quorum, which is when the state house doesn't have the minimum number of lawmakers needed to do its business. Walk us through how we got to this point, why Democrats are taking such drastic measures right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm old enough to remember when the Texas Democrats did this in 2003, when there was a mid-decade redistricting plan pushed by a Republican congressman named Tom DeLay in Washington to try to create an advantage for Republicans by basically redrawing the districts of the congressional map. This is what's going on again here. Basically President Trump has pushed Texas to try to move some of the lines within the state before the midterm elections to try to elect more Republicans, to try to prevent Democrats from winning control of the House of Representatives in the midterm elections next year. Of note, I think, interestingly, that Texas Democrats have fled this time to Illinois, a state, as you saw in those pictures before, governed by a Democrat, J.B. Pritzker. At least in one past instance, they went to Ardmore, Oklahoma, which was made it a little easier for Texas authorities to try to pursue them.
So the Texas House is scheduled to convene later this afternoon. What does this mean here? Do we think this is just this temporary disruption, or is there a real chance this bill doesn't get passed?
I mean, really, the question here is whether the redistricting will be delayed and how long it'll be delayed. rather than whether it will be denied. I guess there's some conceivable way in which you could see it being pushed back far enough to not, to not go into effect early enough for the midterms. But really what's going on here is that the Texas Democrats are calling attention to what Republicans are doing and trying to force Republicans' hands. We've seen, Texas's governor basically threatening to arrest them, potential criminal charges, talking about them being felons. I'm not sure that there's a felony for going to Illinois, but largely I think you're talking about delay rather than denial.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Texas Democrats are saying moves like this could happen around the country that could set off what some are describing as a redistricting arms race in other states, which could impact next year's midterms. Obviously, there are a lot of states where Republicans have strong majorities. Tell us more how this could play out in other states.
There could absolutely be an arms race, and I think that that's where we've been headed for a long time. When Texas did this 20 years ago, it was unheard of. But we've seen over time that states have been willing to redistrict in the middle of a decade. The Constitution says that there's a census every 10 years, and following that census, there's a reapportionment of the House districts among the states, and then there's redistricting. It does not say that you can't do redistricting more often than a decade, and so I think you're likely to see this arms race. And of course, the Democrats' big trump card that they think they have is California, where they can redraw some of the lines.
All right, John Allen, good to have you with us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, John.
Thank you,
this summer's severe weather, it is not going anywhere just yet. In eastern Alabama, at least one person is dead. 2 others were rescued after fast-moving floodwaters from a line of powerful storms swept away 2 cars. A flood watch does remain in effect for the region until tomorrow night, as forecasters call for more strong storms today.
And out west, several massive wildfires have burned tens of thousands of acres, and that's forcing some evacuations as firefighters try to get them under control. Smoke from wildfires burning across Canada, that's creating hazy skies throughout the Midwest, blanketing cities like Minneapolis and Chicago, and bringing concerns over air quality. NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster is in Chicago with the latest.
Good morning. And Chicago's air quality alert officially expired overnight. But despite that, you can see behind me, there is still some haze as you look toward the Chicago skyline there, as that Canadian wildfire smoke moves through the Midwest and is now heading east. This morning, you have about 10 different states waking up to some sort of air quality alert, this continuing problem reminiscent potentially of what we saw back in 2023 in some areas with those orange skies as the sun comes up. But out west, you're dealing with a completely different issue. Multiple states battling wildfires of their own. In Central California, you have some 40,000 acres being torn through with that fire, injuring 3 and forcing hundreds of evacuations. There's that crazy video of some ranchers trying to scramble and save some of their livestock. Meanwhile, in Arizona, today marks 1 month of that Dragon Bravo fire that's closed down the northern rim of the Grand Canyon. That fire has now become the largest in the United States, burning more than 116,000 acres. That's almost hard to fathom, hard to picture how much that fire has grown. It's only growing. It's still just about 11% contained as firefighters handle that. And then you have another set of fires in Utah, a state of emergency in effect in Utah. But over the course of the weekend, we really saw some chaotic weather down in the southeast, specifically Alabama. You had heavy, severe storms coming through, causing some flash flooding. One man who was in a car, a vehicle that got swept away on a road, unfortunately was killed. There's the threat of storms that we are continuing to watch today, as well as the threat for more smoke in the northeast, and of course those raging fires out west. It's a big mess of really dangerous and chaotic weather across the country, guys.
All right, Shaq, thank you so much. Our meteorologist Michelle Grossman is here continuing to track that extreme weather.
Yeah, she's got your morning news now forecast. Hi, Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, guys. And it's so funny that Shaq used the word chaotic, because that's what I was thinking this morning. Chaos, I feel like it's week after week with the flooding, now the wildfires, and we're looking at another pretty busy week once again. We're looking at the chance for the southeast, looking at that flood risk. And then as we look towards the upper Midwest into portions of the Northeast, we are looking at those smoke-filled skies once again. We're going to see improvement later on in the week there, but at least the beginning of the week, we're dealing with those wildfires, bringing down that smoke. Also looking at the chance for some showers and storms in Texas. There is a front that's kind of draped all the way from Texas to Florida. So we're going to be training storms over that front. We're going to see rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches in some spots. Let's start with the air quality alerts, because we are looking at alerts stretching from the upper Midwest throughout portions of the northern tier of the Northeast and also New England. You can see smoke as we go throughout the day today. Into tomorrow, you want to limit your time outdoors, close your windows if you can. And then this is what it looks like in terms of the forecast, because we're looking at unhealthy conditions. Where you see the red, where you see the orange, that is unhealthy for sensitive groups. So that's a big chunk of the northern tier of the nation, especially in the upper Midwest into New England. And then we have the flood threats. 10 million people impacted where you see the green in parts of Georgia, parts of Alabama, into the panhandle of Florida, Atlanta, Macon, Montgomery, Panama City. We're going to see a lot of rain in some spots, and this is why. There's that stationary front I was talking about that's draped from Texas all the way to Florida, and we will see heavy rain falling along that. We're going to see really heavy rainfall rates, saturated grounds. We've had rain falling in that area for some time, and we're going to see it all week long. So especially in those areas and where we have the urban spots, we're going to see some flooding as well.
I know you'll keep an eye on it, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Well, this morning, police in Montana are broadening their search for the suspect accused of fatally shooting 4 people at a bar on Friday. The suspect is identified as Michael Paul Brown, who the state attorney general described as an unstable individual during a news briefing yesterday. NBC News correspondent Kathy Park has the latest on the search as police name the 4 victims of that shooting.
The urgent manhunt underway for 45-year-old Michael Brown, accused of killing 4 people in a Montana bar Friday. This map showing part of Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, closed until further notice, where law enforcement is searching for the suspected killer.
We've got a lot of expertise, a lot of knowledge of the area. We've got every cabin, every hunting site that's known up there pinned.
Officials offering a $7,500 reward for any information that could lead to Brown's whereabouts. Officials released this photo Saturday showing Brown nearly naked, saying they now believe he went to another location shortly after the shooting, ditched his clothes, then stole a truck.
At this point, we have every reason to believe the suspect is fully clothed, shoes on his feet, able to get around. We do know the individual had access to firearms. We believe he was probably still armed and dangerous.
You mentioned there is a potential that he could come back to the community.
Well, it's certainly something we have to be worried about, right? I mean, this is an individual who chose at 10:40 in the morning on a weekday to walk into an establishment where he was known, where he likely knew everyone in there, and he opened fire and killed everyone.
Those victims include Daniel Bailey, David Leach, Tony Palm, and Nancy Kelly, a retired nurse who was working at the bar part-time.
She was definitely a people person. She, because it is a small town, she was an oncology nurse. She treated a lot of people.
Brown is no stranger to the small community of Anaconda, an Army veteran known to law enforcement and, according to acquaintances, flagged for mental health concerns. Officials urging residents to remain on high alert. Kathy Park, NBC News.
Much more to come on this hour of Morning News Now. After the break, we're going to take you to the Middle East. Health officials in Gaza say at least 10 people were killed by Israeli forces over the weekend near a pair of vital aid sites, right on the heels of that rare visit from U.S. officials just last week.
This week, though, President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff heads to Russia ahead of Friday's Ukraine ceasefire deadline. We've got our eyes overseas. That's up next. Welcome back. President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff is set to visit Russia this week, days ahead of threatened new U.S. sanctions. This is according to one White House official and another source familiar with the administration's plans here. His visit comes ahead of the Friday deadline President Trump had imposed on Russian President Vladimir Putin to enter into a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine. He said that Russia must make serious progress towards that peace deal with Ukraine or face those tougher economic sanctions. NBC News international correspondent Raf Sanchez joins us from London with the latest on this. Raf, good morning. Great to see you. What more can you tell us about Witkoff's planned visit to Russia this week and this deadline coming up?
Savannah, good morning. Yes, the president has given the Russians until the end of the work week to show that they are serious about reaching a ceasefire in Ukraine. If not, he says he is going to impose economic consequences. That could be in the form of tariffs, although Russia and the U.S. don't really do much business anymore. It could also be in the form of secondary sanctions. So the U.S. sanctioning the countries that are buying Russian oil. That could especially include India. That would be a high-stakes economic move. And I think the way to understand Witkoff's trip is this is sort of a last chance for a diplomatic off-ramp. We don't know exactly when Witkoff is going to be in Moscow, but it will be ahead of that Friday deadline. And it may very well be that President Trump is hoping Witkoff can come back with something that they can call progress. That means he doesn't need to move forward with these sanctions. So we will see what happens when Witkoff heads to Russia, presumably to meet with Vladimir Putin. But this is, Savannah, coming at a time of high tension between the U.S. and Russia.
Yeah, including, Raf, this President Trump announcing on social media over the weekend this news that he's ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be repositioned after what he called a threat from Russia. What do we know about this?
Right. So this is a spat on social media that now has real-world consequences. The president has been going back and forth on Twitter, on Truth Social, with Dmitry Medvedev, who you might remember, he's the former president of Russia. He was kind of a placeholder for Vladimir Putin. He's now a relatively senior Russian national security official. They have been trading taunts on social media ahead of that Friday deadline. And the president clearly furious at some of these posts from the Russian. And he said that he had moved 2 nuclear submarines into the area to be ready for any potential threat from Russia. Now, the exact location of American nuclear submarines is one of the most classified pieces of information in the Pentagon. We don't know exactly where those subs are, how different their position is from where they would normally be. But this is scary anytime that the world's 2 leading nuclear powers are talking this way. Savannah.
Absolutely. Raf, also both Ukraine and Russia continued to trade fire over the weekend amidst all this going on. Russian officials say a Ukrainian drone attack on a Russian oil depot sparked a major fire on Sunday. Get us up to speed on what's going on the ground.
Yeah, so this Ukrainian drone attack inside Russia, it happened in the city of Sochi on Sunday. Folks might remember Sochi. It's where the 2014 Winter Olympics went ahead. It's not that far from Ukraine. It's just east of Crimea. And the Ukrainians say that they attacked an oil depot there that was providing fuel for Russian forces on the front line. The big picture, Savannah, the Russians continue to carry out these massive aerial attacks on Ukraine, drones and missiles aimed largely at Kyiv. The Ukrainians are getting some of their own shots in with drones inside Russia, like the one we just saw. On the battlefield, the Russians are making grinding progress. Slowly, they do seem to be taking ground in the east. And the Ukrainians are really pleading with the U.S., with the West, for more air defenses and to take more actions in terms of sanctions on Russia. Savannah.
All right. Raf Sanchez, thank you so much. Well, in other international news, while the hunger crisis in Gaza goes on, health officials there say Israeli forces opened fire near 2 food and aid distribution sites, over the weekend, killing at least 10 people. Well, Israel's military says it is not aware of any shots fired by its forces. This comes after the U.S. Special Envoy and Ambassador to Israel visited aid distribution sites in the enclave on Friday, following President Trump's pledge to step up America's role in aid delivery. NBC News international correspondent Matt Bradley has more.
After nearly 5 months of siege, help is raining down over the skies of Gaza. On the ground, every grain of flour a matter of life and death. But some will have to face their families empty-handed. I will eat this sand, says Ibrahim. My heart is breaking. We used to be comfortable, dignified, and now my kids are starving to death. But in Gaza, staying alive can cost you your life. We had to go by the Israeli soldiers. They have no mercy, says 20-year-old Badr. We're exhausted. We just want to live. The United Nations says nearly 1,400 people have died waiting in line for food since May, most of them shot dead by Israeli soldiers. Israel's military said they fired warning shots to deter people who posed a threat.
Young teenagers are going to fetch food and are being shot at. They're being literally hunted down.
It's kids.
It's children. More than half, the UN says, were killed while waiting at aid distribution sites run by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. A controversial American and Israeli-backed organization the Israelis have delegated with distributing food since May.
What do you see as their primary mistake here?
You have 2 million people desperate for food, and you establish 4 distribution points, only 4, and you tell people this is where you can come to get aid. Of course you're going to have crowd control problems.
On Friday, President Trump's special envoy to the Middle East visited one of the GHF's aid sites, along with U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee, as the Trump administration weighs involving itself further in distributing aid. Since last week, the Israelis have been allowing in more aid by air and trucks, but aid agencies say it's not nearly enough. The Israelis say they need to restrict food to keep Hamas from stealing and profiting from it. But aid agencies say there's no evidence of systemic, organized looting by Hamas. Still, Israel's government says they're doing their part. Well, as we're hearing growing anger around the world about the famine conditions inside Gaza, the Israelis have brought us just inside Gaza now, and they're showing us all of this food aid that they say aid agencies haven't been picking up and distributing it to the people who need it most. Aid agencies in the United Nations say they don't have enough security to distribute the aid. Security they say Israel, as the occupying power, is obligated to provide. Last week, Israel began pausing its guns for hours at a time to allow for distribution, even as it continues to deny that famine exists.
There is no policy of starvation in Gaza, and there is no starvation in Gaza.
But for American doctors on the ground in Gaza, the nightmare is all too real.
This is now a mass starvation, forced starvation, and a famine.
Yeah, France said it would recognize a Palestinian state by September. Britain followed suit, saying it would recognize a Palestinian state if the fighting in Gaza hasn't stopped by then. And Canada said that they would also recognize Palestine if the Palestinian Authority institutes political reforms. Meanwhile, Hamas said overnight that, quote, armed resistance won't stop until there is an independent Palestine, one that includes Jerusalem as its capital. And that's one of the many major outstanding issues that Hamas has with Israel. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, coming up, we've got a pretty concerning health alert for you this Monday morning. After the break, what beachgoers and some summer hotspots need to know about a potentially deadly bacteria that's already made dozens of people sick. The doctor's in next. We are back this morning with a health alert. Doctors are warning about a rise in cases of a potentially deadly flesh-eating bacteria along the Gulf Coast. In Louisiana, 17 cases have been reported so far just this year, and 4 of them have been fatal. But here's what's scary. That's compared to an annual average in recent years of just 7 cases and 1 death. Well, Florida is another hotspot where there have been 13 confirmed cases and another 4 deaths there. Joining us now to discuss is NBC News medical contributor Dr. Natalie Azar. Dr. Azar, good morning. Scary here. I think when you hear flesh-eating bacteria, it just sounds like, something out of a movie almost, and then you hear these numbers. And last month, the CDC warned about these high bacteria levels that led to beach closures in several states. They pointed to this. It's called Vibrio. We reported on that here. Well, now health officials are reporting these more severe cases. What is this flesh-eating bacteria? How concerned should people be?
Yeah, so Vibrio is an interesting one because it can cause, like a lot of different bacteria, it can cause kind of a spectrum of illness. Some people can be exposed to Vibrio by eating undercooked or raw fish and experience a mild gastrointestinal illness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and there are no concerns. However, one of the worst complications, this thing that you referred to as flesh eating, is this particular strain of Vibrio vulnificus in certain individuals, because it's in these coastal waters. If you enter an ocean or something like that and you have an open wound and you get infected with this particular strain of Vibrio, you can experience a severe complication called necrotizing fasciitis. In fact, 1 in 5 people who develops this complication can actually die from this severe wound infection, which is why it's making headlines, Savannah, and it's definitely something that people need to be aware about.
So the Louisiana Department of Health says there are certain people who are at a higher risk from this bacteria, could develop those severe complications. You just mentioned, like, for example, if you have this open wound, that type of thing. But beyond that, who should be most careful? How can someone protect themselves?
Yeah. So what's interesting, Savannah, is that there's, according to the CDC, there's about 80,000 cases per year of this Vibrio vulnificus, and more than half of them are actually from undercooked or raw seafood. So I think that that's important, just, you know, for people to keep in mind that it's actually exposure to food that is the worst culprit here. But when we talk about groups that are vulnerable, it's the same group that we always talk about. People with weakened immune systems, people who have underlying malignancies, maybe chronic liver disease. All those kinds of people are always at a greater risk for developing complications from a bacterial infection that for someone with a normal immune system can sometimes actually fight themselves.
Dr. Azar, what should people be on the lookout for symptom-wise? And then if you are feeling something, maybe you know you've been at one of these beaches, when should you see a doctor?
So first and foremost, I would encourage anyone, look, we're still in the summer months, people are going to beaches all around the country, is to really make sure that you're aware of what's going on in your state. Contact your local health department, your state health department, to find out if Vibrio cases are on the rise near you. If you have an open wound and you know that cases are up near you, do not go in the water until that wound is closed. And in terms of seafood, it's really oysters that are the main culprit, Savannah. And there is a lot online that people can learn themselves about how to properly cook oysters, because if you do cook them appropriately at the right temperatures, you can actually kill the Vibrio bacteria. But some people who are really immunocompromised should probably stay away from shellfish for the remainder of the summer. It's probably just best to do so.
All right. Wow. Dr. Azar, really good advice there. Thank you so much. Well, in the aftermath of the Los Angeles wildfires, the state of California, along with several mortgage companies, agreed to give homeowners a break, offering a 90-day pause on payments, no penalties, no hit to credit scores. But some fire survivors say that promise wasn't kept, and now it's putting their future in jeopardy. NBC News correspondent Liz Kreutz has their story.
In fire-scarred Altadena, rebuilding is underway. But for some, the construction doesn't tell the full story.
For every house like this?
Oh, there's like 5 like me. Okay, for real, for real.
Neil Smith's entire home, including the office for his architecture business, was destroyed by the Eaton fire. So when he heard about a state-led initiative for homeowners designed to temporarily delay mortgage payments for 90 days without penalty, what's commonly known as a forbearance, he jumped at the offer, feeling he needed the extra cash.
I don't need any more stress. And it was presented to me as an option. However, if I had to do it again, I wouldn't have gone anywhere near it.
That's because Smith says promises were broken. The state agreement explicitly states that when the forbearance period was up, a homeowner would be offered payment options that do not require immediate repayment in a lump sum, a so-called balloon payment. And Smith says he was also told his credit score wouldn't be affected. But he says both things are exactly what happened.
They want the whole amount due. And they go, oh, no, until you pay it off, it's still going to have an adverse effect on your credit. And I'm just going, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Amy Williams is an attorney whose firm is assisting Smith and others.
400 mortgage servicers signed up to abide by these bare minimum standards for mortgage relief. Homeowners are instead being offered the complete opposite.
You're seeing people get told, okay, your months are up, pay up.
Pay up, or we're going to begin the foreclosure process.
Her client, Altadena resident Lisa Mason, says she's been threatened with foreclosure, all because her auto payments stopped when her mortgage company mistakenly enrolled her into forbearance against her wishes. She only found out it happened when her credit score took a 120-point hit.
I really think they want me out. They want me to give up. That's truly what I think at this point.
So that what?
So that they can take the property or that I'll sell it.
Neither Mason nor Smith's mortgage providers responded to our request for comment. For Smith, who's committed to staying in Altadena, he says what was supposed to be much needed relief has instead made things like getting a loan even harder.
So having this lower credit score now, is it slowing down your rebuilding process here?
Oh, certainly, certainly. You don't have as many options, obviously. And you're going with your begging bowl.
Your begging bowl.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing is like walking around with a begging bowl. That's what it's like.
Our thanks to Liz Kreutz for that report with the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, which oversees financial institutions, says it's received more than 100 complaints and resolved most of them, but not for the people featured in that story quite yet anyway. Well, coming up, it was a city known for America's automobile revolution. Look at your screen, though. Now in 2025, one entrepreneur is looking to put Detroit on the map for another industry, making humanoid robots. We will explain next. Welcome back. 100 years ago, Detroit was, of course, on the cutting edge of innovation as it pushed to mass produce automobiles for America. Well, now there's a new effort to make Detroit a hub for the future. One entrepreneur is putting his money behind humanoid robots and training local residents to operate them. He told NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa that his goal is to make Motor City a leader in the robotics industry.
It's a robot. Shot along a busy Detroit street, a mind-blowing viral video racking up millions of views.
Look at he's waving at him.
The star, Zion, a Chinese-built high-tech humanoid robot purchased and controlled by entrepreneur Art Cartwright.
Yeah, he's mapping right now.
It learns its surroundings with AI.
Want to shake my hand?
While regularly drawing crowds, shaking hands with police, and cozying up to firefighters.
Did you know this was in Detroit?
No, we didn't.
Have you ever seen something like that before?
No, it's my first time.
Child's play compared to Cartwright's warehouse. Welcome to the Interactive Combat League, live-streamed cage matches drawing fighters in 9-foot-tall robot suits from around the country. These spectacles key to Cartwright's mission, getting Motor City invested in the booming robotics industry.
Detroit has always been the innovative city in America. I do see it being this hub in America for spearheading this robotic industry.
That vision has merit. Research shows more than half of robotics orders typically come from the auto industry, a point that for some sparks concerns about the future of factory jobs. But this year, Detroit tried something new, hosting the Global Automate 2025 conference. And as more industries, including hotels and hospitals, explore using robots, multiple experts tell NBC News Motor City is poised to attract major employers developing them.
Move that leg up.
That future in mind, Cartwright's training local teens to use the technology.
Come over here with us, Jacoby.
Every time I come here, I get a little smarter. Detroit gets such a bad rap, so I like that there's finally something positive to see on the news.
A grassroots push to transform Motor City into a hub of the future.
Nice to meet you.
Maggie Vespa, NBC News, Detroit.
Wow.
Some money news now. Thousands of Boeing workers across the Midwest are hitting the picket lines this morning.
CNBC's Dom Chu joins us with that and more Wall Street headlines. Hey, Dom, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. So more than 3,000 Boeing workers, to your point here, that build the fighter jets in that company in the St. Louis and Illinois areas have gone on strike today after rejecting a second contract offer this weekend. That offer would have raised wages by 20%. It's the first strike by the Machinists Union at those plants going back to 1996, and that stoppage actually lasted 99 days. Boeing's defense and space business generates nearly a third of the company's overall revenues. Boeing says it does have contingency plans in place. On the tech front, Nintendo is hiking the price of the original Switch gaming console in the U.S. by up to 15%. The company is announcing the move on Friday, and it says it's based on market conditions, which could be a reference to the impact of tariffs imposed by President Trump on Japanese imports. The original Switch model will now cost $400. That's up from $350, while the Switch Lite is now $230. That's up from $200. Nintendo says it will not increase the price of the brand new Switch 2 console, at least for the time being. And on the media side of things, Marvel's First Family stumbles in their second week at the box office. The Fantastic Four: First Steps earning $40 million. That's a 66% drop from the movie's opening weekend, but it's still enough to hold on to the box office crown in North America. That's a bigger fall than Marvel's previous movie this year, which was Thunderbolts. That fell 55% in its second weekend. Fantastic Four is the last major blockbuster of the summer. While it's given the box office a push towards that big $4 billion summer benchmark, Analysts say August is off to a slow start, so we'll see if the movie industry picks up a little bit more heading into Labor Day weekend, guys.
Yeah, we've had an embarrassment of riches this summer.
That's the
so
problem.
It'd be nice to keep it going.
I feel like people are like, well, I've been so much because there's so many good movies.
There are.
Thanks, Tom.
You got it.
This next story has to be seen to be believed. Two mechanics from two different states now share an unlikely bond. It comes after one of them made an 11-year-old discovery, then set out to do the right thing. Here's Boyd Hoopert from KARE 11 TV in the Twin Cities.
As the owner of an auto repair shop,
replacing an HVAC motor,
there can't be much Chad Volk hasn't seen.
You never see everything.
As Chad just learned again.
2015 Ford Edge.
Chad was replacing the cooling fan on this 11-year-old Ford. Pulled out this air box and learned the Ford hid a secret.
So my guess it was sitting up in here somewhere, just sitting there for the right move. That little hole right here, that's where the wallet was sitting on top of that hole.
A wallet that puzzled the veteran mechanic.
I just sit down and go through this wallet.
Who then pulled from inside the work ID of a Ford Motor Company employee. Chad went on Facebook.
Is this your wallet? First thing I said was, did you find it in a car? He's like, yes, I did.
Richard Guildford built Fords in Michigan.
I never wore sweatpants to work, but I did that day. And I had my wallet in my shirt pocket.
As he leaned over this car 11 years ago, the wallet popped out.
I checked and I'm like, Smitty, I lost my wallet. So we all went out and tried to look. You know, there was 2,000 cars out there and we couldn't find it.
So the wallet traveled in the Edge to a dealership in Arizona, then to Lake Crystal, Minnesota, and 150,000 miles later to the repair shop of an honest mechanic.
That's the way I was raised.
Who walked the wallet 3 doors down to the post office.
There's nothing wrong with the money at all.
Every dollar present.
It's well-traveled currency.
Lottery tickets.
There's all the Cabela's cards.
And the $250 in gift cards Richard had planned to use to buy Christmas gifts for his kids.
How's it going, Richard?
How you doing?
Not too bad, and you?
Chad and Richard talking face to face for the first time.
I would have never figured in a million years that it would still be there.
I'm going to have to start digging through cars more often, I guess, in the engine bays, see if I can find some stuff.
Two car guys, uniquely bonded.
And I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
By a wallet and a story with an edge.
The right guy found it, absolutely.
All right, thanks to Boyd Hoopert for that amazing story. I love that the Cabela's cards are still in there. I hope they're still good.
No, I mean, it's just all right there.
I'm guessing the lottery tickets weren't winners.
Yeah.
Right. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to 8 nurses from the same hospital who share a special bond.
Yeah, when we come back, their reaction to finding out they were all pregnant within a few months of one another. That's next on Morning News Now.
Welcome back. Dolly Parton's theme park, Dollywood, has been named the #1 amusement park in the U.S. by TripAdvisor. This is actually the 3rd time the attraction in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, has won the award in the last 4 years, beating out Disney World's Magic Kingdom, which came in at #2. Dollywood opened in 1986, is currently celebrating its 40th season, features more than 50 rides and attractions, plus a museum dedicated to Parton's iconic life. If you've been, you know the roller coasters there are very good. Like the new ones are like great roller coasters that unlike anything I've seen in other parks.
Like big drops.
Big drops and dramatic hanging. And yeah, it's like,
Wow.
it's a good
Oh, I had no idea. I do really want to go.
Yeah.
Have you been? How many times have you been?
Just once.
Okay. You're like 10. All right, thanks, Joe. Yep. Finally, this hour, wait until you see this special bond between 8 coworkers. These are nurses in Pennsylvania, and they got a big surprise. NBC News Now anchor Hallie Jackson shares their story.
At Lehigh Valley Hospital in Pennsylvania, these nurses aren't just saving lives, they're starting the next chapter of theirs.
Who is not getting any sleep right now?
8 women, all working in the same hospital, pregnant within just a few months of each other.
I told Molly I was pregnant, and then she's like, me too. And I was like, wait, what? Katie was like right after, and Brittany, I was like, oh my gosh.
People are like, wow, I see a lot of pregnant women around here.
Oh, yeah. So many patients were like, what's in the water here?
Their squad called Prego Floats, a nod to their jobs as float nurses who float between hospital departments. It's even the name of their group chat.
We text
almost every single day, whether it's something funny or just advice questions.
That support especially meaningful for Brittany Sabulski, whose path to motherhood wasn't easy.
I went through 3 years of infertility, so I have been getting shots at work for a very long time. So between all of them, Jenna, Molly, they have both given me multiple shots throughout the years.
What was it like to find out that you finally were pregnant right around the same time as some of these women who'd been supporting you for all those years?
Oh my God, it was incredible.
The first-time moms getting invaluable advice from the veterans.
Definitely, all the support has been amazing.
And through those long hospital shifts and uncertainties of pregnancy, they had each other's backs.
I mean, obviously, having a child and the overwhelming emotional joy and all the emotions that come with this is one thing, but to know that there's these group of girls that are there to support you, whatever emotion you're going through.
And now they plan to continue the journey of motherhood the same way they started it, together.
It's going to be amazing to watch them grow up together and know each other. And they were together on this journey with us from literally start to finish.
Okay, all the babies.
That is a cool family photo,
so
right
many
there.
people in that Zoom. Hallie Jackson, thank you so much.
That's going to do it for this hour of Morning News Now.
Stay with us, though. The news continues right now. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm Savannah Sellers.
I'm Joe Fryer. Right now on Morning News Now, air quality concerns. Wildfires in the West and Canada continuing to burn, including a major fire in California. Smoke pouring into the Midwest and Northeast throughout the weekend. And now we're bracing for another week of potentially record-breaking temperatures. Your forecast just moments away. We're now just days from President Trump's tariffs on trade partners around the world going into effect. This comes after a weak jobs report on Friday, leading to the firing of the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The president, without evidence, calling the July jobs report rigged over the weekend. The latest from Washington ahead. Plus, there's a new warning this morning as kids around the country get ready to return to school for the new year. The CDC says more children than ever are not getting the recommended vaccinations they need. We're breaking down the numbers and telling you what is behind the decline. Also this morning, we are remembering Lonnie Anderson, one of the stars of the hit TV show WKRP in Cincinnati. She passed away just days shy of her 80th birthday. We're taking a look back at her life and her career in Hollywood, including a movie she appeared in just a couple years ago. Fun to revisit that one.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to start this hour with the severe weather that is sweeping across the country. In Alabama, flash flooding over the weekend killed at least one person. Powerful storms caused fast-rising floodwaters, which swept the car he was in off the road. Forecasters say the threat of more flooding remains throughout the region until tomorrow evening.
Then out west, multiple wildfires are burning, forcing hundreds of people to evacuate. And in the Midwest, smoke from dozens of massive fires burning in Canada. That's blanketing parts of Iowa, Michigan, and Illinois. NBC News correspondent Shaq Brewster is in Chicago. He joins us now live with more. Hey, Shaq, good morning.
Good morning, guys. And that air quality alert for Chicago has officially lifted. It expired overnight, but look behind me. You still see some haze as we look toward the Chicago skyline. And from this smoke to the fires that you mentioned out west to the severe storms in the southeast, it's been a chaotic and dangerous weekend of severe weather.
This morning, effects from wildfires felt throughout the country, with air quality fears in the Midwest and Northeast, and wildfires burning across the West. Firefighters in Utah, Arizona, and California all battling blazes. In Central California, flames tearing through 40,000 acres, injuring 3 and forcing hundreds of evacuations.
It smoked us completely, as you can see.
And today, marking 1 month since the start of the fire that's closed the northern rim of the Grand Canyon, the blaze, still growing, is now the largest fire in the U.S., burning more than 116,000 acres. Meanwhile, more dangerous rainfall is expected as the southeast gets hit with severe summer storms. A deadly downpour in Alabama Sunday killed 1 man when a flash flood washed his car off the road. While in the Midwest and East, a thick haze in the sky.
You can't even see the skyline. That's how smoky and hazy it is.
Air quality alerts have now been issued in 10 states, from Wisconsin to Minnesota, with smoke from more than 700 Canadian wildfires covering the region for days.
I've had such a dry, sore throat.
The haze causing a red moon in the sky in some areas, and now moving east.
Why? Why do we continuously have to deal with this?
Similar to 2023, when wildfires in Canada sent smoke over much of the northeastern U.S., turning skies orange and causing hazardous air quality for days.
Yesterday, I walked out of my house and I was like, why is it so hazy?
In Chicago, thousands gathering outside this weekend, refusing to let the smoky skies ruin the Lollapalooza Music Festival.
And I was watching a local news report, and someone who attended Lollapalooza said it wasn't until the fireworks combined with the smoke that was when she had a problem with the smoke and the impact of it as she was at that festival. But meanwhile, for the region, it's expected. The air quality is expected to get better as we go through the week, especially for much of the upper Midwest. By the midweek, you should get the smoke out of this area. The problem with that, unfortunately, for you guys is that smoke is heading directly toward the northeast, so you can expect to see some more of those air quality alerts in your direction. Guys?
All right, Shaquille Brewster, thank you so much.
Let's stay on severe weather and take a look at what's ahead this week.
Yeah, we've got meteorologist Michelle Grossman here in studio with your morning news now weather. Hey, Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, guys. And we'll talk more about those air quality concerns. Also looking at the southeast today, tomorrow, really throughout much of this work week. We have more rain coming there, and the risk for flash flooding does continue. We are really saturated in this area. We're going to add rainfall, heavy rainfall on top of that. We could see 1 to 2 inches per hour in some of these showers and storms. Also in Texas, because there's a front that's stretching from Texas all the way to Florida. Then again, that poor air quality from the upper Midwest into portions of the northern tier of New England and also the Northeast. Some rain showers throughout portions of the northern and central plains. Toasty in the Southwest. That is the third big weather story of the day because we're looking at temperatures into the 100s, 110 to 118. That's not a heat index. That's the air temperature. So well above normal there, anywhere from 5 up to 10 degrees above what is typical for this time of year. Then as we go throughout Wednesday, still warm in the Southwest, record highs, dangerous heat there, warm now throughout portions of the Midwest. We're looking at a little rain in parts of the upper Midwest. That's going to help the smoke kind of dissipate there. That's what Shaq was talking about in terms of improvement. And then the Southeast, still seeing that flood risk continuing Wednesday and then into Friday. Still soggy there. Showers and storms on very saturated grounds. And that record heat does continue throughout the Southwest. Nice day on Friday throughout New England, the Northeast, parts of the Mid-Atlantic also. And we're looking at rain throughout parts of the Intermountain West on Friday. So starting with the air quality alerts, we're looking at those alerts stretching from the upper Midwest into parts of the Northeast and also New England. You can see that flow of smoke just continuing over the same areas. And as a result, we have an unhealthy forecast where you see the red and then the orange. That's a big chunk of the northern tier of the nation here. We're looking at unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if you have asthma, respiratory issues, you really want to stay indoors, close the windows if you can. And if you do need to be outside, you want to limit that time outdoors. Flood alerts, we're looking at 10 million people impacted in the Southeast. Flood watches are in the green. That's Atlanta, Montgomery, Albany, Panama City. So parts of Alabama, Georgia, into the panhandle of Florida. And this is why you see that red and blue on the map. That is a stationary front, meaning it's a front that kind of is not budging. That's that climate connection where things are not moving. And we're going to see showers and storms trailing along this. And they're going to stay in place. So it's called a training storm where it kind of sits and spins over the same areas. And that's why we're looking at the chance for some very heavy rainfall. Still a lot of moisture in the air, and we're going to look at 1 to 2 inches per hour in terms of the rainfall rates, not only today, but we're going to continue the threat tomorrow as well. Oranges and yellows on this map here indicating where we're going to see the highest amounts of rain, and we could see over 5 inches in some spots. Also looking at the chance for severe storms this afternoon and tonight, we're looking at parts of the central and northern plains where you see the yellow, Rapid City, North Platte, Sterling. Those are the biggest risks for seeing some severe storms later on today.
All right. Michelle, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Always is. Thank you. Well, President Trump's global trade war is set to escalate this week when new tariffs on U.S. trading partners come into effect Thursday. The new levies come amid concerns over the jobs market following a weaker than expected jobs report. The president is now under scrutiny for his decision to fire the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics in the wake of that report's release. NBC's Chief Justice and National Affairs correspondent Kelly O'Donnell has the latest. Hey, Kelly, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. After a season of whiplash over tariffs, with a flurry of changes over how high these import taxes would go, which countries would be affected, the time for consumers to feel the pinch is coming, according to a number of industry predictions. The president is touting how tariffs bring in revenue to the federal treasury, but that is not paid by foreign countries, but the businesses here that import those goods. Those costs could be passed on to you on products as varied as bananas, cars, clothing, coffee, electronics, and more. This week ushers in another new era of Trump tariffs, with a new wave of enforcement set to begin Thursday.
We have hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our country now. We should have done this many years ago.
Amid troublesome signs for the economy. According to a new estimate from the Yale Budget Lab, the rising prices from all the tariffs could cost the average American family $2,400 in 2025. Separately, Ford reported an expected $2 billion cost from tariffs, largely on imported auto parts. Other popular brands, from Hershey's to Procter & Gamble, predict price increases on household goods. A weaker than expected jobs report in July and revised data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics tracked a slowdown in hiring going back to May. The president fired the official in charge of those statistics.
We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced.
The president claimed the jobs report was rigged, and Sunday posted that fired official had engaged in a scam. A top economic advisor was pressed to back up the charge. The data was rigged.
Do you have any hard evidence that these numbers were wrong?
Yeah, there is very hard evidence that we're looking at the biggest revision since 1968.
Are you going to present that evidence?
If you look at the number itself, it is the evidence.
But the previous commissioner, who served under Presidents Trump and Biden, said the dismissal of Erica McIntyre will damage the agency's credibility.
I don't think there's any grounds at all for this firing, and it really hurts the statistical system. It undermines credibility in BLS.
The president told reporters on his way back to Washington that he expects to name a new commissioner for the Bureau of Labor Statistics in the next 3 to 4 days. And that agency is intended to be separate from political forces. And so the sudden firing and the criticism that resulted is raising questions about whether future jobs data will be viewed as independent information. Savannah, Joe?
All right, Kelly, thank you so much.
Ghislaine Maxwell, the convicted accomplice of Jeffrey Epstein, spent the weekend at a lower security prison in Texas. She was transferred there just a week after meeting with President Trump's deputy attorney general. NBC News senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson reports on how the family of an Epstein victim is reacting.
Hey there, good morning to you. And there is new fallout this morning from that controversial prison move, with some Democrats and some Maxwell accusers suggesting she's now getting special treatment. Jeffrey Epstein's convicted accomplice and former girlfriend waking up this morning in a minimum security prison in Texas. Ghislaine Maxwell transferred unexpectedly Friday to a lower security facility than she'd been in before. She's currently serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. The surprising move coming just days after Maxwell and her lawyer met with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who was previously President Trump's personal attorney.
The fact that she's moved to this new prison just within this week of meeting with Todd Blanche should be very concerning.
The all-women's prison in Bryan, Texas, has dorm-like housing, not individual cells, with 2 current employees there telling NBC prisoners are given more freedoms. Fellow inmates include disgraced Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes, seen jogging outside this weekend, and Jen Shaw from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Both women convicted of fraud. The Bureau of Prisons has not specified why Maxwell was moved, but policy suggests she would have needed a waiver, since convicted sex offenders, like her, are typically not eligible to be housed in a minimum security prison camp. The move infuriating the family of Virginia Giuffre, who said she was recruited by Maxwell to be victimized by Epstein. Giuffre died by suicide in April. In a statement, her family and other Epstein accusers saying it is with horror and outrage that we object to the preferential treatment, adding, "This move smacks of a cover-up." A senior administration official telling NBC News any false assertion this individual was given preferential treatment is absurd. Prisoners are routinely moved in some instances due to significant safety and danger concerns. Giuffre's family telling us last week Maxwell should receive no leniency. Do you believe that Maxwell deserves any relief?
No. And that's a quick no. I'm a firm believer that you reap what you sow.
Maxwell's attorney has said she'd been in what he called difficult conditions at her previous prison. He's floated a possible pardon, which President Trump has not publicly ruled out. Back to you.
All right, Hallie, thank you.
Well, roughly 1 week before the new school year is set to begin, teachers across Los Angeles are demanding more protections for their immigrant students. Hundreds of educators rallied in downtown LA on Saturday demanding the school district take action. It comes as more than 2,700 undocumented immigrants were arrested in the area in June. Reporter Amber Frias from NBC Los Angeles has the details.
No fear. Immigrants are welcome here. The school bells haven't rung yet, but the fight for student safety has already begun. Hundreds of educators with United Teachers of Los Angeles flooded the streets, waving signs, chanting, and demanding action to protect immigrant students and their families.
As educators, we're obligated to be there for our families and our communities, and we're here at the Boldry headquarters just to make that statement.
Teachers at the rally described how fear has seeped into the daily lives of many students.
We're coming off a summer of terror. Our students have been in their homes, not coming out into the neighborhoods. We want to make sure that they are back in schools. We want to make sure that they feel they can return to some normalcy.
At the heart of the rally was a simple message. Protection can't be symbolic. It needs to be policy.
We need for the district to provide safe campuses, make sure that all the students are returning, have access of safe passage to and from schools.
In a statement, an LAUSD spokesperson said in part, quote, "We will never abdicate our professional and moral responsibility. Every child in our care is protected. Every child's rights are upheld," end quote. The first day of school is August 12th. But for many teachers, the fight to protect their students has already started.
We love them. We are here for them. We are going to do everything to protect them and ensure that the first day of school and every day thereafter is going to be safe.
Our thanks to Amber Frias for that report. According to the LA School District and the Teachers Union, roughly 30,000 out of more than 500,000 students in the district are immigrants and 7,500 are undocumented.
The battle over a controversial redistricting plan in Texas is intensifying this morning. Overnight, dozens of Democratic lawmakers fled the state, hoping to avoid voting on a new congressional map drawn up by Republicans, a Texas map that could have major national implications. NBC News correspondent Ryan Chandler joins us now from Austin with the latest. Ryan, good morning.
Joe, good morning. That's right. What happens here at the Texas Capitol over the next 2 weeks could very well impact every American, shifting the balance of power in Congress for years to come. That's why Democrats have resorted to this nuclear option, doing everything they can to try and stop President Trump's push.
We are fighting to win, and that's what you're going to see us do today. We're leaving the state of Texas.
Overnight, the fight in the Lone Star State heating up.
This quorum break is not about the Democratic Party. It is about the democratic process.
After Texas Democrats fled the state, the Republican governor threatening to remove them from office. The lawmakers leaving in a last-ditch attempt to block a partisan redrawing of the Texas congressional map, orchestrated by state Republicans with the support of President Trump.
Just a very simple redrawing. We pick up 5 seats.
It would potentially give the GOP a path to pick up 5 more seats in next year's midterm elections, helping Republicans keep control of their razor-thin majority in the House and clearing the way for the president's agenda. The move would divide up districts in traditionally blue cities like Austin, Houston, and Dallas. Republicans defending it.
This map was politically based, and that's totally legal, totally allowed, and totally fair.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott writing, "Real Texans do not run from a fight." The Democratic state lawmakers invited to Chicago by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Trump came up with a new scheme, rig the system by ramming through a corrupt mid-decade redistricting plan.
Experts now worried of a redistricting arms race, with Democratic-leaning states like Illinois, California, and New York all vowing retribution.
What concerns me most is mutually assured destruction. This could sort of be a domino effect to people redrawing the lines in the middle of the decade for no reason other than partisan advantage. And that's bad news for everyone in the country.
Now, Governor Abbott has threatened these Democrats with extreme measures, including arrest, felony charges, and even potentially removal from office if they are not here when the House convenes at 3 o'clock local time today. They're not going to be here. In response to Governor Abbott, they said, come and take it. Joe.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much.
Well, in Gaza, a spokesman for Hamas's armed wing says the group is ready to deliver Red Cross aid to the hostages it is holding in the enclave. The spokesman said Sunday, though, that this was conditional on Israel opening humanitarian corridors permanently and halting, quote, all forms of enemy air raids during the delivery of aid to the hostages. This comes amid outcry after Hamas released videos of hostages over the weekend who are taken captive during the October 7th attacks nearly 2 years ago now. NBC News international correspondent Matt Bradley is in Tel Aviv with the latest. Matt, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. So, yeah, we saw those images. Those images pushed hundreds more Israelis out into the streets over the weekend, demanding some kind of ceasefire deal, the release of those remaining hostages. But negotiations over that broke up about 2 weeks ago, and they show no sign of reconvening. Here's our report. Today, new outrage in Israel with 2 new hostage videos emerging. As U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff visited Israel and met with hostage families, Witkoff is heard in a leaked recording published by Ynet signaling a potential new approach.
No piecemeal deals. Now we think that we have to shift this negotiation to all or nothing. Everybody comes home.
Palestinian Islamic Jihad posted the video of 21-year-old Ram Braslovsky on Thursday, before Hamas released video of 24-year-old Eviatar David on Saturday. Both men saying they're starving and close to death. David's brother told NBC News Hamas is using the videos to torture the Israeli public.
Did you watch the video?
No.
Why?
I just know that if I watch that video, I'll collapse. They just prove that they are starving not only their own people, but also the hostages, also my brother.
They don't want a deal, said Israel's prime minister of Hamas. They want to break us using these horror videos. Hamas denied the group intentionally starved the hostages, saying the captives eat the same meager portions Gazans receive. The videos come amidst mounting global criticism of Israel over a hunger crisis in the Gaza Strip that health officials in Gaza say have killed 180 and counting. On Sunday, President Trump addressed the famine conditions.
We want Israel to get fed. We're giving some pretty big contributions.
And guys, Axios is reporting today that over a dozen House Democrats have signed a letter urging the Trump administration to recognize a Palestinian state. This after 3 Western countries said that they would be recognizing a Palestinian state before September, but with conditions. Guys.
All right, Matt, thank you.
This morning, we are bringing you an NBC News exclusive on drones. They have become a critical weapon for both sides in the war in Ukraine. Well, now the U.S. Army is testing its own drones on the front lines. NBC News senior national security correspondent Courtney Kuby went to Poland for an inside look.
This may look like normal Army training, but they're focused on a scary new threat, small drones that have transformed combat.
You're having $200 drones that are in the sky at all times, and now we have to find a way to defeat them.
That's the goal of Project Flytrap, U.S. soldiers training in the dense forest in Poland, just miles from the border with Russia. Taking lessons from the battlefield in neighboring Ukraine, where rapid advances in small drone warfare have helped Ukraine hold off the massive Russian military.
They can travel at 80 miles an hour, and by the time you see a drone, it might be too late.
And moving over any terrain.
There's never going to be a way where you can move without being unseen.
Taking away the soldier's element of surprise.
You have to treat everything as if you're under observation all the time.
The Army testing new radars mounted on vehicles that detect a drone and then shoot it down. Also a new tactic under development, turning every soldier into a jammer. It's called Pitbull. It looks like a radio, but when a drone is nearby, a soldier literally points his body at the drone, and Pitbull breaks the link back to an operator, stopping it in its tracks.
Basically, every soldier in your platoon right now is able to counter a drone.
Yes, ma'am. So every soldier has that ability on the ground with them.
But there are downsides. Jamming can disrupt the U.S. Army's own systems, too. And some enemy drones don't use radio signals. Instead, they're attached to fiber optic cables directing them so they can't be jammed. And U.S. soldiers now making their own with 3D printers. Drones like this cost as little as $250, and this unit alone can produce 50 every day, each built with a specific mission in mind: surveillance, one-way attack, or even delivering blood or supplies to the front lines.
We're just starting the drone game, but I think in the next year, we're in the age of robotics. That's something the U.S. military is going to try and be an expert on.
Training on tactics as old as the Army itself with a new and deadly twist. Courtney Kuby, NBC News, Poland.
We've got much more to come here on Morning News Now. Later this hour, new stats show the number of kids getting the recommended vaccinations is at an all-time low. We will take a closer look at the consequences with the new school year about to begin.
Up first, beachgoers in Florida capturing what's believed to be a stingray and hammerhead shark thrashing around in shallow waters. We'll tell you what they're saying about that close encounter.
We are back now with this stunning video taken off the coast of Florida. Beachgoers there, they captured what experts believe is a hammerhead shark and a stingray thrashing around in shallow waters with swimmers just feet away. The encounter comes as officials are warning about an uptick in stingray injuries at a popular beach in Southern California. NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra has more on what you need to know for your summer getaway. Hey, Marissa, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. You can imagine this moment caught a lot of people by surprise. Nearby swimmers were forced out of the water, but experts say these types of sightings are not altogether too uncommon, especially where stingray populations are on the rise.
This dramatic attack like a scene straight out of Shark Week.
They're eating each other.
Watch as a hammerhead shark battles a stingray in the shallow waters off of Florida's Panama City beach last week. The stingray's fin breaches the water as beachgoers watch in shock.
Oh my God.
While no human injuries were reported, the same can't be said for the ray. Seen surrounded by a crowd of people with a missing chunk from its pectoral fin.
I was freaking out because I've never seen anything like that before in person. It honestly just felt like a movie.
The gnarly encounter comes amid a rise in stingray sightings. Be careful! Crews in New Jersey had to use a loader to save this ray stuck in the sand.
You guys are heroes.
Across the country in Seal Beach, California, marine safety officials say they've seen as many as 15 stingray injuries a day in the last 2 weeks.
No.
Add that to a swell of shark sightings at popular beaches, like this approximately 14-foot-long great white recently seen swimming in Los Angeles' Santa Monica Bay. But while shark attacks are rare, stingray encounters are comparatively much more common, with up to 2,000 injuries a year. Stingrays prefer calm, warm, and shallow waters, but experts say they're not likely to sting unless they feel threatened.
How someone gets stung by a stingray 99.9% out of the time is they're walking in shallow water and they unintentionally step down on that stingray.
The best way to avoid a painful barb is a move called the stingray shuffle, dragging your feet through the sand instead of stepping down and potentially landing on a stingray.
The stingray shuffle works because you're giving that animal warning that something is approaching. The stingray does not want to sting. It's doing this as a last resort to save itself.
Marissa, here on the East Coast, I saw a stingray this weekend. I grew up in San Diego, and I know that stingray shuffle, while it's trained from a young age in us. What should someone do if you are stung by a stingray?
Well, same here, Savannah, especially in these warm, shallow waters of Florida, right? So far, so good. But if either of us were to not have the stingray shuffle work out, the good news, if you were to get stung by a stingray, it's not deadly to humans usually, especially if it's on your foot or somewhere else. But it is very painful. That's because the barb is both venomous, it is serrated, which makes it very difficult to remove as well. The best thing you can do, one, monitor your health, monitor your temperature, go to the hospital if your fever starts to spike, but otherwise submerge that injury under hot water, as hot as you can stand it, Savannah. That will help neutralize the venom. Back to you.
All right, good tips there, Marissa. Thank you.
In southern Russia, a Ukrainian drone hit an oil depot over the weekend, igniting a massive fire.
NBC News international correspondent Claudia Labanga joins us from Rome with that and more world news in 60 seconds. Hey, Claudia, good morning.
Good morning, guys. That's right. Russian authorities say it took more than 125 fires to put out that blaze at that oil depot near the Russian city of Sochi after it was hit by a wave of Ukrainian drones overnight. Now, videos posted on social media showed huge pillars of smoke pouring out from the facility. The attack comes days before an unannounced visit by the U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to Russia. Let's go now to Chile, where on Sunday, rescuers retrieved the last body of 6 workers who died after they became trapped in a copper mine following an earthquake last Thursday. The incident took place at the El Teniente mine, around 40 miles south of the capital, Santiago. Local authorities say they opened a criminal investigation into the incident. And finally, let's go to Amsterdam, where dozens of decorated boats glided through the city's iconic canals for this year's LGBTQ+ Pride Parade. The event comes as the city prepares to host World Pride next year, an event that organizers say will put a global spotlight on the city's commitment on equality and inclusion. Guys.
That's a cool way to do a parade. I like that.
Yeah, look at the canal. Awesome. Thank you, Claudia.
Yep. This morning, we are remembering Emmy-nominated actress Lonnie Anderson. She's best known for her role on the hit sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati. She then became a tabloid staple because of her marriage to actor Burt Reynolds and then their tumultuous divorce. Her publicist tells us she passed away Sunday in a Los Angeles hospital following a prolonged illness just a couple days from her 80th birthday.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Lonnie Anderson became a household name in the early 80s for her breakout role as Jennifer Marlowe, baby, if you've ever wondered, on the popular TV sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati.
Who's mad? For the first time in my life, can you believe this? I may actually be in love.
Her work as a brainy bombshell receptionist at a local rock and roll radio station earned her a number of Emmy and Golden Globe nominations.
Morning, gorgeous. You got anything for me?
Only the mail, Herb. That's all I'll ever have for you.
Anderson returned to the fictional radio station as a guest star in a series reboot in the early 90s.
The position of receptionist at WKRP has a long tradition of looking sharp.
The actress discussed her career at a cast reunion more than 40 years after the show's debut.
I dated men with lots of money, and I had unexplained wealth, and I just loved being at the station and taking care of my brood, really, was my character.
In 1980, she starred in the made-for-TV movie The Jane Mansfield Story, opposite a young Arnold Schwarzenegger. She later moved to the silver screen, starring in the 1980s racing comedy Stroker Ace with Burt Reynolds.
It's part of the wonderfulness of me.
The Hollywood pair's on-screen romance becoming a real-life love affair and marriage. But it was their bitter divorce a decade later that became fodder for the tabloids for years. Anderson joined us on Today after their infamous split.
How are you coping with this very public breakup?
I'm just trying to be me and keep a focus on who I am rather than who the tabloid headlines are. That seems like some other person to me.
Her most recent role just 2 years ago in Lifetime's Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas. But it will always be WKRP in Cincinnati that made her a sex symbol and a star.
What's the meaning of life?
The cereal or the magazine?
It's lovely to go, not really aging gracefully because I'm kicking and screaming all the way, but it still is nice to embrace what you are.
Overnight tributes came pouring in honoring her career. Anderson's Ladies of the 80s co-star Morgan Fairchild wrote on social media that Anderson was genuinely one of the nicest ladies I've ever worked with. Oh. And Barbara Eden, the star of I Dream of Jeannie, says Anderson was a real talent with razor-smart wit and a glowing sense of humor. Along with her fourth husband, Bob Flick, Ani Anderson is survived by her 2 children and a number of grandchildren.
Oh, wow. What a great look back, Joe.
Incredible career, lasted decades. All right, coming up, a new program in the Caribbean described as a ticket to paradise.
Yeah, we're going to dive into golden passports. They're giving Americans the chance to become dual citizens. You're watching Morning News Now.
We're back now with a closer look at what's making news in the world of politics this morning, starting with the latest effort by the Trump administration to try and retaliate against the president's political opponents, including a key figure who prosecuted him.
NBC News Chief Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles joins us now with that and other political headlines. Hey, Ryan, good morning.
Hey, Savannah and Joe, good morning. The Trump administration continues its trend of investigating the investigators. The Office of Special Counsel has launched a probe into former Special Counsel Jack Smith, who was the lead prosecutor in 2 different federal indictments of President Trump. Now, Trump has claimed the indictments amounted to illegal political activity because he was a candidate for president. Trump and his allies have yet to provide any evidence that Smith's conduct, though, was against the law. Let's go to Georgia now, where there is a new candidate in the race to take on incumbent Senator Jon Ossoff. Derek Dooley, the former football coach at Tennessee and the son of legendary University of Georgia football coach Vince Dooley, has launched his bid for the GOP primary. He did it this morning. Dooley was encouraged to consider a bid by the popular Governor Brian Kemp, who chose not to run for the seat. Georgia is considered a prime pickup opportunity for Republicans who are looking to expand their majority. And finally, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the nonprofit that steered federal funds to public radio and TV stations, announced that the entity will fold at the end of the year after Congress eliminated all their funding. The lack of funding could mean that hundreds of stations in rural communities will have to shut down. It will also mean that PBS and NPR will lose a significant chunk of funding, but both of those entities have vowed to stay in business. And that's where we start the day in politics, guys. Back to you.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much.
Well, this morning we're taking a look at golden passports. These documents are part of a program in the Caribbean islands that allows Americans to become dual citizens by investing in local real estate. Well, as economic uncertainty grows here in the U.S., more people are showing an interest. NBC News national correspondent Aaron Gilchrist explains.
The latest sign of growing political and economic uncertainty across the country? More and more Americans are trading concrete for sand with the Golden Passport, otherwise known as the Citizenship by Investment Program. 5 Caribbean countries are offering it for as low as $100,000. The program basically grants people dual citizenship in exchange for an investment in the country in the form of a donation or real estate. One Antigua-based luxury realtor says Americans have become her primary client.
It's incredible. 99% of my buyers are from the USA. And inquiries are coming in, daily, multiple inquiries looking for that citizenship program.
Another migration consultancy group seeing Americans ask about golden passports more than ever before, with inquiries up 182% in the first quarter of this year compared to the same time last year, especially in the Caribbean.
Not necessarily for an immediate relocation, but they're looking for, a plan B in the event they need to use it or in the event there's better pastures for their family.
And the majority of Henley & Partners American clients say anxiety over U.S. politics and global wars is driving them to look elsewhere.
Now it's being used as an insurance instrument or a hedge against geopolitical risk. More Americans are obtaining these residencies and citizenships in the event of a future event or a future change of laws or future political shift.
The trend not brand new, with American inquiries to the firm rising by more than 500% between 2019 and 2023. The pandemic travel restrictions giving a boost to the industry.
They just want a safe place to come if borders close. Our government did a great job allowing people to come and visit Antigua. So people that were locked down could have used their Antiguan passport and come and had a really nice time.
Now taking off even more. Advocates for the Golden Passport say it's more than an island getaway from political panic. They point to tax benefits and some visa-free travel options at a time when the power the U.S. passport has to get you into another country without a visa is shrinking. So why would Caribbean islands even do this? In short, money. The programs fund things like infrastructure, education, and disaster preparedness. In Grenada, for example, revenue from the Citizenship by Investment program made up over a quarter of the island's GDP in 2023. And it's not just the Caribbean. European countries like Portugal and Spain offering long-term visas in exchange for investments, a practice increasingly controversial in Europe as housing costs surge and concerns about money laundering take center stage. But President Trump has floated a similar idea in the U.S., a gold card, like a green card, but with a $5 million price tag for those hoping to spend their way into the states. So far, the program facing legal hurdles and limited interest. But back in the Caribbean, the programs seem to be attracting Americans who feel anxious about the country's future, offering them a golden opportunity for a golden sunset. Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News.
Well, coming up, a new warning as kids around the country get ready to head back to school.
Yeah, and we come back, more families are opting out of getting the recommended vaccinations for their children. We're going to tell you what's behind that decline.
We are back with a new warning about whooping cough as kids get ready to head back to school. It comes as new CDC numbers show more children than ever are not getting their recommended vaccinations. NBC News correspondent Maya Eaglin has the details.
Cases of whooping cough spreading across the U.S., especially the Carolinas. And it's coming at a concerning time as millions of kids head back to classrooms.
It can be a very severe disease.
It's technically called pertussis, and it's a bacterial infection causing severe coughing.
My hospital, we had no cases in 2023, 13 in 2024, and already this year, and we're only halfway through the year, we've had 27.
More than 6 times as many whooping cough cases were reported last year compared to 2023, according to the Centers for Disease Control.
How contagious is whooping cough and how dangerous is it?
So first of all, it is quite contagious in very young children. As many as 2/3 will have periods where they stop breathing. About 20% of children who are young will get pneumonia.
The rise in cases comes as new data from the CDC show a record number of children did not receive their recommended vaccinations last school year, with 4.1% of kindergartners opting out of the shots. Most of those vaccine exemptions were given to families citing religious or personal reasons. With both kids and adults at risk, doctors say there are ways you can reduce you and your family's chances of getting sick.
We've been using these vaccines like pertussis for many, many decades. It usually takes about 1 to 3 weeks after you've received any vaccine to get the maximum benefits. So you don't want to wait till the day before school to get your children immunized.
Important reminders for all of us. Maya Eaglin, NBC News.
We're joined now by the former acting CDC director, Dr. Richard Besser. He's also the CEO and president of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Doctor, good morning. Thanks very much for joining us. So what kind of impact can it have in schools if even just one child or a few kids are not vaccinated?
You know, it can be a huge impact, and there are a number of reasons for that. You know, the number quoted in your story of 4% is a grouped number, you know, across the nation. But what you tend to see is grouping or clustering of decisions to not vaccinate. So you may have a classroom where 25% or half of the kids are not fully vaccinated. And when that's the situation, it's very easy for an infection like whooping cough or measles to come in and spread throughout the classroom. The other issue is that no vaccine is 100% effective. So even if you've done the right thing to protect your child, it's not guaranteed that that vaccine will work. And one of the ways that they get additional protection is by knowing that every other child in that classroom is also vaccinated.
Dr. Besser, I know your foundation recently did a survey with Harvard School of Public Health. It revealed nearly 80% of people think parents should be required to vaccinate their children against certain preventable diseases in order to attend school. Why is it so important for children and adults to stick to the recommended vaccination schedules?
Yeah, you know, Joe, it's been routine that vaccines are required for school entry. And the reason for that is that these infections are highly preventable. You know, some of the vaccines that children receive now were not available when I started out as a pediatrician over 30 years ago. And it's been absolutely miraculous to see new vaccines come that make meningitis so incredibly rare that most pediatricians have never seen a case. We're seeing measles spreading around the country, just like we're seeing whooping cough, as you reported in your story. And these are highly contagious diseases that can cause severe illness, hospitalization, and unfortunately, in some children, it can be fatal. So, you know, one of the things you can do as a parent is make sure you talk to your child's doctor, your child's nurse, get all of your questions answered, because I think when you do, you will make the decision to fully vaccinate your child and to do it on time.
What's your message to people who still think that vaccines are dangerous or ineffective?
Well, my first piece of advice is don't get your medical information from politicians. There is so much misinformation, disinformation out there. Talk to someone who knows you, knows your child, someone you're comfortable asking those questions to. There's nothing I see as more safe or effective in protecting the health of children than vaccines. They're absolutely miraculous, and you should make sure that your child isn't left out.
Dr. Richard Besser, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good advice.
Thank you.
Time for some money news now. Elon Musk is getting a new multi-billion-dollar compensation package courtesy of Tesla.
CNBC's Dom Chu joins us with that and other financial news. Hey, Dom, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Savannah, Joe. So it's multi-billion. Tesla's granting CEO Elon Musk nearly 100 million shares of the company, worth roughly $29 billion. That move is aimed at keeping Musk at the helm of the electric vehicle giant as he fights a court ruling voiding his original pay deal for being unfair to shareholders. Last year, a judge in Delaware rejected Musk's 2018 pay package, which was valued at more than $50 billion, saying the way the board approved the money was flawed. Musk is Tesla's largest shareholder with a current stake of roughly 13% in the company. On the health front, the FDA says more than 64,000 pounds of butter is being recalled because it may contain potential milk allergens. Food ingredient maker Bunge North America pulled 1,800 cases of its European-style butter blend, which was distributed at a dozen centers across the U.S. The FDA is classifying the recall under its second highest risk warning, saying consumption could pose health consequences that could be either temporary or even worse. And today, believe it or not, is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, and anyone who has a sweet tooth is in luck. There are several deals you can cash in on. Tate's Bake Shop is offering 30% off all chocolate chip products on its website with the code COOKIES30. Anyone who stops by one of the 400 DoubleTree hotels in the U.S. today will be able to get a free signature warm chocolate chip cookie or an allergy-friendly version, even if you're not staying at the DoubleTree Hotel. Chocolate chip cookies topping a recent YouGov survey of the most popular dessert dish for a second straight year. And I'm told the chocolate chip cookie was actually invented in Massachusetts by accident. So an interesting story there.
Love a fun fact like that. That tops my list for sure. Chocolate cookie, my favorite.
Do other cookies get a day? I'm wondering, though.
I'm an oatmeal chocolate. I'm an oatmeal guy. I'm an oatmeal raisin guy.
Push for that, Don. We want that day.
Oatmeal and raisins and cookies, I'm not down with that.
I'm with you, Don. I like it. All right, thank you.
Tom.
Coming up, 3 Seattle kids are making dreams come true for fellow kids who are battling health issues.
Up next, we'll tell you how they're coming together on their shared journey thanks to their love of food. Stay with us.
Let's end the hour with some wish-worthy desserts. 3 kids in Seattle who are all dealing with life-altering medical issues are cooking up a way to make wishes come true for other young patients all across the country.
Some say it's the icing on the cake as they each navigate their own healing journeys. NBC News correspondent Jay Gray has their story.
How do my cups look?
Or 17-year-old Rue D'Angle, a self-proclaimed foodie, sharing the kitchen with Chef Uraj at the Fairmont Olympic Hotel in Seattle is like a dream come true.
Watch out, guys.
Or maybe better said, a wish granted.
I didn't know that my wish would expand this much. I feel like I've had so many opportunities with Make-A-Wish.
Rue has struggled with a severe respiratory disorder, but through the Make-A-Wish program made a food-inspired trip to New York. The highlight, cooking classes.
I would never be able to do that on my own. It's amazing.
In most fairy tales, wishes come in threes. And this story is no different. Theo Avila and Jacqueline Shaka, cancer survivors, are also part of the Make-A-Wish program. Theo's wish, a trip to Hawaii.
I went to a luau. I got to swim with dolphins.
Jacqueline, a quinceañera celebration.
I picked my wish because it was a celebration of my life. I had just gone out of being cancer-free.
But their wishes didn't end with the parties and trips. In fact, they got much sweeter.
And I like the pineapple.
The trio coming together for Bake-A-Wish, each pairing with a chef from Make-A-Wish partner Fairmont Hotels for a friendly culinary competition to create the most wish-worthy dessert. The winner, getting a spot on the Fairmont's menu. Each chef ultimately agreeing the tastiest treat was a slice of passion fruit strawberry yogurt cake.
I thought the flowers were an amazing touch, and it was just so creative.
But because wishes really do come true and all the desserts were really good, Theo's coconut tres leches with caramelized pineapple and Rue's s'more cake also earned a spot on the after-dinner list. Right now, the desserts are on the menu from Washington State to here in the Lone Star State. And over the next several months, they'll be rolled out at Fairmont hotels around the world, with proceeds from the sales going to fund special wishes for other young patients.
I think that you should really eat it with passion and, think about maybe you're eating something that might mean something to someone else.
And that's the recipe wishes are made of. Jay Gray, NBC News, Austin.
That is such a sweet story, and I love the fact that you can go to a Fairmont, check out the menu, try all 3 desserts. You have our permission. It's okay. You can have all 3.
There you go. Oh, my God. Love that story. Thank you, Jay.
All right, that is going to do it for this hour of Morning News Now.
Stay with us, though. The news continues right now.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.